So now they're giving you that, we're going to move on to a more specified marketing discussion around you.
Okay.
So giving you the client's perspective, which we need to keep in mind at all times. Now let's actually talk about marketing.
Okay.
The first thing that I want to point out, which I'm sure you know, is that escorting isn't the same as sugar or content creation.
Mm-hmm.
Sugaring, for all the reasons that I've already explained. For content creation, a massive difference is that we have a far more limited audience. So on OnlyFans, you can reach millions of people.
Mm-hmm.
And they can become customers and send you money from anywhere in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With escorting, your audience is based on people that you can physically make contact with. Who have to come and see you.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's more limited because people have to spend way more money. Like on OnlyFans, somebody can become a subscriber for a few dollars.
Mm-hmm.
In escorting, for a client to see you, they're going to be spending, from the rates that we're kind of talking about, $500 plus to have an interaction with you.
Mm-hmm.
So can you see how any market where you have to spend a couple of dollars versus you have to spend $500 is obviously smaller?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Okay. So we need to keep that in mind with what we do, and it impacts the marketing. So right now, so this is, we're going to start to answer some of your questions. Well, you'll answer your own questions about things like armpit hair, pubic hair. Is the market for people who are, let's focus on the armpit hair because pubic hair is a little bit different actually.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to take a guess at it, do you think that there are more men who like underarm hair on women or less men?
I think less, just based on comments. I get fewer praise comments about armpit, or even just comments in general. Like they don't really care, or it's not a thing that they like or love. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I would agree with that. So that's stuff that we need to keep in mind, is that when you're on OnlyFans, you can do really well to market something more unique because your pool of clients is basically the whole world that can download OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even women, you know what I mean? Well, I'm sure women as well.
Yeah.
Whereas with escorting, we've got a way smaller pool of people because they have to physically come and see you, plus it's a higher price point. So the more niche we make our marketing, the smaller and smaller your pool gets. Sometimes that's successful financially, and I'm about to give you some examples of when it is. Other times it just means you have less clients.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there is no right or wrong. There's only what you want to do, but I'm giving you the framework for your decision making. Somebody who's more focused on commercial outcomes will pick to be in a larger category. Someone who has a personal limitation, like their armpit hair is super important, and I've actually worked with women like that. So it's like, that's part of my self-expression. I refuse to remove it. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have to make sure that we market the clients that are into that. Handle it in a way that doesn't present a problem. Like a lot of those women will actually just edit it out in the photos. They'll more show their armpits, so you can't see.
Mm-hmm.
Any comments on that?
I'm focused on the commercial outcome. When I was with OnlyFans, I see people who are e-girls or cosplay, and they do that because there's a lot of money in that. And I'm like, that makes sense, and I understand why. That girl was very popular. Her Instagram reels are such and such because she's hitting everything that she's like, I like 3-inch penises, appealing to the masses, and I'm like, that's very smart. So yeah.
Yeah, I got what you're saying. But remember, they have a way bigger market that they can tap into. So they've got the whole world of people who are into cosplay. And I've seen escorts doing very specific marketing, and they can dominate that niche and do really well because they get all of those customers. But because we have the next considerations, which is the biggest one, is the physical proximity. If you're in the city that you are, you now only have access to, you now are only appealing or marketing to clients who are going to travel to see you, at a time when you're available that are into that thing. Like the pool of clients is just so much less than in respect to the whole world, because on OnlyFans, you can reach the whole world who's on OnlyFans.
Right, I see. Yeah. It really changes then based on what physical location, or even, yeah, like that matters, but then some people visit you, and so it kind of, it just becomes the answer becomes it depends, but then if you also just want to maintain the high level view, like what appeals to people in general, like maybe that's the safest way to go about it.
So the reason I raised the point is that because content creation is such a big thing now, I speak to a lot of escorts who think the same rules that apply to content creation apply to escorting. So like if they've got an OnlyFans, right, that's super successful, they'll try and do the same thing from their marketing for escorting, but then it doesn't work and they wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest reason is that if you've got a really like niche point of difference, you're accessing the entire world who might be interested in that thing, like armpit hair.
Mm-hmm.
Versus in escorting, you're accessing such a smaller pool of clients because, and remember, they have to physically see you to get paid. On OnlyFans, all they have to do is subscribe and put in their credit card.
Yeah.
There could be a client in another country who sees your profile and likes it, but you only get paid if he shows up and books you.
If you want to learn more escorting tips, just click the link below this video.